Starting soon screen. Enter here. All right. You know, why didn't I just think to drop my character in here? While I was looking, or wasn't looking. Yeah. Oh well. Oh well. Let's see. Do we have everything running nicely? Oh, we gotta bust out chat yet. Pop out chat. Hello, chat. Bum, 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 bum. All right. Ooh, we're at 109 followers. Cool. That is pretty awesome. That is delightful. That we're at 109 followers. 100 followers before the first year of streaming, which is Thursday. Thursday is the 1 year anniversary. Oh, thank you, phone. The Twitch app was always like, hey, did you know you're streaming? Would you like to manage your stream? I'm like, I guess if my stream just mysteriously gets infiltrated or something, I suppose it'd be nice to know if somebody's going online in my stead. Yeah, kids these days, right? You know, instead of having a whole starting soon screen, I should just have a little marquee going across the top, like I do for my BRB. That'd be like, starting soon. Good enough. Okay. Let's wait for everything to get warmed up. Speaking of warmed up, we don't need a hoodie today. We have the Great White North, the winter, and it is chilly outside. And as a side effect of that, the furnace runs a lot and really heats up the office. And I'm not even running all the computers down here right now, because I'm sure that would heat things up a little bit. All right, let's put you way over there. And come on now. I really don't need all these notifications. Thank you. Okay, hands. We got hands. Okay. So, after we left off, I did do a little, I did do some tweaking. Because we had the opportunity. A little bit of time. Enough time to at least delete a bunch of stuff. So we were able to delete a bunch of stuff and kind of cozy up this little demo area. Oh, and we left some random stuff. It looks like the rooftops. This was the gang warfare scene. Oh, yep, there's our ceilings. Oh, they had little wind turbines. Oh, wow. Wow, that is a ridiculous number of them, too. Would a real warehouse have that many? That seems a little excessive. That seems a little excessive. By wind turbines, I don't mean power generating. I mean these little guys. Warehouse fan, it calls it. So what these do, the real world version, is wind blows past and it spins us around. This does not have pieces, so it can't actually spin. But this spins around because it catches the air. And that acts as a blower and, more of a blower than a fan. And it pushes air down into the building. So you see these on, let's see, evidently warehouses, barns. sometimes just to blow air into like an attic space also. Probably not as common as they used to be. I should just be in top-down mode. I should just be in actual top-down mode. Can we do... How do we tumble this 2D mode? I haven't actually done that before, so we're not going to do that because I do not know how. Let's see. What I'm doing here is, since we're still kit bashing, I am removing the pieces that I don't want. Ooh, that's some lovely ducting though. So I'm removing pieces, kind of seeing how more of these things are laid out. Stealing is a... Stealing's a bad term. What we are doing is we're gathering inspiration. Puddles. I do not know what these yellow lines are. I wonder if there's some kind of grouping or something. There's a lot of little pieces we can get rid of to just save on everything. See, I didn't do this yet in the space level, my space station. I didn't do this, and I think that leads to some memory issues because I'm just loading this whole giant demo level every time we hop into it. So I'm going to kind of fix that problem. Just kind of fix that problem before we start importing things. Oh, that is interesting. What is that? What is this? This vector. Sky material? Interesting. So we are still in our kit bashing phase, where we are gathering up the resources. Not the resource? Yeah, gathering up the resources. Gathering up the resources, seeing what we want to keep, what we want to get rid of. Using as many pre-made assets as possible before we start making things, because making things takes time. And yes, I could, no problem, I could model like soda bottles laying around or garbage barrels, you know, these blue 55 gallon barrels, you know, cable spools, dumpsters. Yeah, we could model all that. We could even do it on stream. But I want to save as much time for the fun stuff, you know, quote unquote fun stuff, that I'm looking forward to. Yeah, I'm not trying to be insulting or, oh, I'm so much better than modeling barrels. No, I'm not. Those can be fun too, but what I want to do is, with this, my objective here, my plans, are to make a level, get as many pre-made assets in there that fit as possible, or it can be used as stand-ins, and then add in my own assets, maybe replacing some that, you know, maybe replacing some of the stand-ins, maybe. Yeah, just seeing how it goes. Seeing how it feels before I just completely start from scratch, you know, an empty cube. I like this. I wonder who this Better Call Hal guy is, you know? Hal is your pal. This is very much a Breaking Bad influenced asset pack. So one thing I was curious about these, we're gonna save it from time to time. One thing I'm curious about this, are these, I don't think these are poking holes in the roof. They are not, okay. So they're not true ventilation. And as we will never be on the roof, for reasons, rarely be on the roof, we're gonna remove a few of these because they are currently extra polygons. Oh geez, I should do I should have done a polygon count beforehand. Let's see. Scene view camera. Can we not get a... Somewhere in here there's got to be some stats. Ooh, snapping. Nice. Snapping will be super handy. What is this? Snap increment. Dun. Ooh, we can look at the wireframes of everything. Nice! I was looking for that before. Shaded wireframe. Okay. I know what we can do is we can go over here and look at the stats. Even though we're not loaded. It says we're at 500,000 tries. I wonder if any of those are being clipped. Where's our scene camera? Camera. Let's just move it around a little bit. There we go. Hello, everybody. Yes, it is calling some. It is calling some things because this number changed. Ooh, we got much bigger. So I don't know if there's. I didn't think there was built-in level of detail, but maybe there is. Maybe there is. Oops. Let's just kind of hustle on over here. Does anything have level detail? So I'm not seeing anything. Usually it shows up, I believe. Usually it shows up over here if there's a level of detail somewhere. I mean, one nice thing about this is that this is huge building environment with an interior and lighting and everything. And, we're still clocking it at a, less than 1 million triangles. Not even polygons, but triangles. Don't know about Unreal. I would assume, but that'd be assuming. I know Unity, when you import an asset, it busts things down into triangles. For instance, if you look at me, I modeled this, and because this model is always going to be a work in progress. Even though I haven't changed it in a few months, I haven't really added anything, especially to this version of the model. But if you pop over here, ooh, we don't even need to press play. We could do. Where's that wireframe? Wireframe shaded. Now this is a different version of Unity, which shouldn't make too much of a difference. But if you look, it's not showing up super good because it's translucent, but look at all them triangles. I suppose I could just go to red mode. I could go to Virtual Boy mode, and that would show all the triangles that this got busted into, even though I'm very boxy, and polygons would work just fine for or polygons. Quads would work just fine for here. But yeah, we can look at that later. We can look at that later. But currently, we are working in Unity 2022, which I have hidden up here somewhere. So you don't get to see the version number anymore. I just thought it was kind of glaring. I'm always using dark mode here, and that title bar just kind of hangs out at the top. So move things around in OBS a little bit, just to move things around a little bit. Okay. So now that I've clipped out a bunch of things, should we see how it looks so far? We see how it looks so far. What are you? Oh, you are the little guard hut. For now, I'm going to keep this other building. I have ideas. Because I'm definitely going to rearrange a bunch of this. Rearrange a bunch of it because it doesn't quite fit with what I want to. What I have in mind. I have some things sketched out. I'll put them in the Discord at some point. But yes, the plans. The plans are being planned. I mean, that is way too many of these things. Yeah, I still don't think I'm going to be, what did I just delete? I deleted light. I'm sorry, light. I didn't mean to delete you. There we go. You. Welcome in. How are we doing today? Happy time zone. We are removing things from this pre-made level that we're going to use as a pre-made, not level really, but we are going to, we're removing things from this asset pack demo scene to kind of get a start for our kit bashing, where we're going to bring in other assets from this pack, but also some other stuff to build out our lair, our rusty robot factory. Oh, relaxing in Valheim. Nice. I have not played it. All right, let's see what we got so far. Oop, I didn't save. Oh my goodness. We didn't deactivate that camera. There we go. I still don't have my I should import my camera scripts and everything into here just so I can zoom in and out and control myself. But yes, so we deleted a chunk of the world. As you can see, there is significantly less world here than there used to be. And I do not know why this light flickers. It might be something to do with versions of Unity and the scripting. Oh yes, I casually deleted a chunk of the world, though we have floating water puddles that I must have missed. Well, obviously I missed. Do we have sprinting with this one? We do have sprinting, okay. So I left some of the things. I got rid of a lot of the Breaking Bad style stuff. I mean, it looks like we have some of the chemicals here, but we don't have any fancy blue rocks and such. Oh, but that fog is kind of nice. That's some nice atmospheric fog. I really like what it does with this whole warehouse thing. Now that I took out I took out at least half the assets from this area alone, because there were a lot of tables and storage racks in this middle part here. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it the factory. So I'm going to need to model some things, and that's ooh, I'm looking forward to it. But what the point of sorting through all these asset packs that I have here is removing as much of the quote unquote busy work, or the background props, stuff I don't really feel like modeling, like barrels and buckets and shelving units, ceiling girders, stuff that I don't really feel like modeling personally. But I would if I had to. But yeah, and I also want to get a feel for the volume of this place. Like, I was originally thinking of only having a one-story factory, and then but this, yeah, I like this. And I'm going to be looking up more reference material of abandoned factories, some urban explorers and stuff. I have a whole bunch of material saved on my computer here somewhere. But yeah, gonna see what we can do with this. And let's see, we are setting this in. We're gonna be setting this in current time, but a factory that's been abandoned for a good 30-ish years, maybe 40-ish years. So sometime in the 80s. So I'm gonna need to rework some things and throw in some 80s references. And maybe that style artwork, like the exit sign, is gonna be one of those. Instead of being the green and white, it's gonna have that orange, like orange flickery light on it. So I do need more reference material from the 80s. I think I'll be looking more to pop culture than reality, unless I can find some urban exploring stuff. So, some factories, like maybe the factory from Terminator, pull some stuff out of there, or just stuff in fiction, really. Because kind of like some of the things like Stranger Things and whatnot, I'm looking more for the feel of it than complete accuracy. I just want to capture that time, kind of. So, another thing I liked about this building, up there, where my cursor is, you can't see my cursor. Okay, so the second story up there, that's where the office is going to be, because that's where it is here. So that's the manager's office. So I'm more or less just going to drag that one and plop it up there. Because then I can get an overview of the whole thing. Yeah, no, a lot of these things are going to go, like the cardboard boxes and such. But I do have some factory machinery to model, to 3D model and place in there. But we're off to a nice start. Oh, we got some odd lighting issues. I deleted the I deleted some of the problematic, not quite my style things that were on this desk here. Very much fitting with the Breaking Bad theme. But yeah, we'll replace that with, we'll put our profits and our stocks stuff in the background there. I might even do that just this stream. Probably replace the corrugated metal wall here. But no, look at it, you'd be able to look over the factory floor. So what we're gonna have here is we're gonna have the office. I should just do instead of say. But we're gonna have the office here. It'll look nice. This will be the just chatting kind of area. But then as soon as it'll look nice and complete, just kind of retro. But as soon as we turn around, we'll see some busted windows, the decaying factory. I have to put a giant tree and maybe some vines and rubble and such. Probably busting through that side, letting the light shine through. It's exciting. It's exciting. Oh, and you can tell I deleted something here. We have a floating ashtray. I'm gonna leave it for now. That is humor. I love it. There's a floating ashtray. Smoldering butts. Maybe that's the person who found the factory. Oh, and some floating dollar bills. There were a lot of assets hiding in here. All right. Oh no, this looks great so far. Let's get back to the editor window here. Okay, and the cool thing is we can drag in stuff from other themes. So if you look right here, I don't know if you were here. What was that, last Monday's stream? I think it was when I started this, and I was gonna be further along, but I just kind of had fun walking through the different demo levels, the demo scenes, to see what resources I wanted to pick from here and there. And there was some neat stuff. One of the really neat ones was the dungeon pack. Surprisingly, yeah, I really liked the dungeon area because there's a big long cathedral castle looking area that had really cool use of the fog, the environmental fog. But then off to the side, there was this little mushroom area. The funky mushrooms and, stuff growing up. It's like, ooh, inspiration. So we got some stuff like that. One of the things I'm definitely going to drag in here is nature. Polygon nature, here we go. Let's see what this big old tree looks like. Polygon nature. Oh, and then we can bring in other stuff, like butterflies. Oh, that's fun. Let's see, prefab plants, props. Trees, here we go. Where is that giant tree, a hero tree? Okay, well, let's make sure we're in the right spot too. Ugh, this is a horribly organized. Horribly organized. We'll have to fix that too. Scene, roof, lights. I will definitely be grouping up those objects so I can find stuff. Find stuff without just using the search feature that's hiding up here. That's a nice thing though, is I can search right here and just type in what I'm looking for. And you can narrow down the scope. Like if I'm looking just in this scene or in the entire project. That is a really nice feature I don't use enough. So I'm a very visual person. And so I'm just like, oh, let's just go find it. Let's say new. I'll just call you new. Okay, let's see what. They have big tree. I'm looking for a big hero tree, with lots of detail. And if I have to, I'll just go grab it from the other pack. Okay, let's take that one and let's grab this willow. Willow, medium, large. Ooh. Ooh. Did I forget to disable that camera again? I think I did. Silly camera, where are you? Camera, there you are. Boy, am I glad I don't have to model a tree. Although I would cheat. Well, not cheat. I would use my resources like I had in the past. So for 3D modeling software, I'm used to using Maya. And I think Deadson chuckled at me when I told him what I used for doing nature modeling. He uses this tool called Paint Effects. And let's see, in Blender, the equivalent is roughly grease pencil. Kind of. Somewhere between grease pencil and what's the generator? I'm blanking on it. I'm blanking on what it's called. But where you can spawn different kinds of things, like a particle effects kind of dealio. But for as basic as it is in Maya, because it's old, and then I don't think anyone uses it for good reasons. But I use paint effects to generate trees and foliage and stuff because you can draw on surfaces with it. So if I wanted vines, in fact, I will probably do this here. If I want vines crawling up the side of the building, I'll just make it paintable, and then draw a curve, a line on that surface, and apply different brushes because they're paint effects. So I draw different brushes, whether it's a plant or vines or a moss, and then boom, it shows up. Now there's other tools like in Blender and Maya and such that will generate much better plants and stuff, but sometimes it's fun to do things in a not quite expected way. But yeah, I used to do them that way for a big project, and then I would completely change them up, the textures on them, so they would look halfway decent instead of how crummy they looked straight out of the box. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is let's see what this looks like live. I'm gonna take this big old tree and we're just gonna move it right in there. It's not casting shadows like I thought it would. Is there a fan spinning right there? That's either an error or a very tiny ceiling fan. I kind of dig this, the willow branches just hanging here as, as foliage, as vines. This is gonna be fun. Wasn't this the office? This is the office. Okay, we're not gonna leave it there. So for some reason the lighting isn't quite showing up as I expected. Why is that? Lighting on. Oh, it looks like we're having an ad break. Sorry if you're caught in that. Cast shadows on. Let's turn on some bells and whistles. Blend probes. Light layer. I wonder. Oh, I wonder. The lighting quality might not be set high enough. Might not be set high enough. This is something that has the level of detail. Oh, that's handy. That's pretty handy. Okay. Whoa. Ooh, where are we? We're on a capsule? We're on a capsule. For one thing, we have to drop these in the right spot. That might be helpful too. Oh, this one does have 2 different levels of details. Nice. Oh, welcome back from ads. I am attempting to adjust some parameters here. Why are you there? Why are you there? Let's hit undo a few times. You know what? We're going to fix this the old-fashioned way. We're just going to delete them. And then put them in the correct spot. In the new folder. I wonder if we're having collision issues. Yeah, on earth did it put it? Oh, no? There it goes. Now it's in the right spot. It has its own collider. Oh, the collider. So when I grabbed it, I must have grabbed the one of the meshes, either the level of detail or the other one, and not the object itself. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, now we're gonna move this inside somewhere. I'll just plop it over there. And what do we got for more trees? And see, we have some very blocky ones for far in the distance stuff. And some closer up ones. Oh, that is sweet. I mean, it's this is a nature pack, so it is made for doing terrain. And it's really nice that it has the level of detail built in for that. Tree generic. Tree generic giant. How giant are? Whoa. Okay, that is indeed a giant tree. We'll see how it looks. At first I thought the SM stood for small. Apparently not. Apparently not. Okay, so where is this camera? Camera, we are going to scoot you inside so we can have a real-time look at what's going on. Come on, where are you? Seems a lot darker than I remembered. Yeah, we definitely need to play with some of the settings, like the fog. Maybe the fog's a little too intensive. I'm looking for more dark and less atmospheric fog. Though I do like how the tree just kind of is there and taking up a huge amount of space. That's great. So let's see if we can find where on Earth our environmental stuff is coming in. And then I might start organizing things so I can find them. So I can find them like the group the lights, so I can control the light settings easier. Eventually I'll be packaging this all up and importing just what I need, so just the scene. I'll be importing that into my other project or a fresh project. Starting fresh and clean, so I don't have messy code interactions and conflicts. But I'm going to drop this level. We'll call it a level or a scene. be dropping this into my project so I can have all my lighting controls, my camera set up, all my scripts. Where on earth are the fog? Why don't we search for fog? It says we don't have it enabled. Because it's not on. What if it is? Okay, so the fog is outside. And that one's way over there. So these are not what's creating issues. We want more of the skybox. Oh, did we run out of soundtrack? No, we did not run out of soundtrack. Okay. So we're looking for the environmental settings. Where on earth would that be here? Because because I'm thinking this fog is not part of this asset pack, but it's interfering with something else. Let's go hunting. Let's go hunting. So I typed in URP for the Universal Render Pipeline, and you'll skip purple. So I'm getting some purple plants and interesting materials. URP, here we go. Ooh, what is this? Shader graph. Ooh. So I'm wondering if somewhere in here we have some stuff. Okay, I'm gonna look at the other project. I'm gonna save. And we are gonna bring up our other project. So I can refresh myself where on earth I have the environmental stuff. See, I have mine on a post-processing volume. So that's on an asset. So we're using this camera. It looks like we're not using... Oh, that is interesting. High fidelity pipeline asset. Forward render, okay. This might be the thing we just have to deal with for now. Unfortunately. Something to do with the skybox, maybe? Oh well. All right. Well, no way. No way. Really? Okay. So we found out something else. Hmm. Hmm. There you are. There you are. Starter assets, URP renderer. Where are you? Where are you? Universal pipeline profiles. There is a post-processing stack setup. Well, it's in here somewhere. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Okay. So it is using some kind of post-processing, and that's probably where the fog is coming from. That's annoying. Anywho, what we did find, we're going to remove some, we're going to take the roof down. For now. This nice roof group. And we are going to add some shadows. Because we don't have shadows for some reason. Let's move this camera around a little bit. Bring this camera back in here. There we go. Now we'll be able to see. We'll be able to see the results of our efforts here for the most part. Oh boy, we messed up some lovely angles here. That's okay. We don't use this camera. There. Anyways, what I want to do is I want to just play with the lights and see where that gets us. So we're going to grab all of these lights. Well, all the spotlights. See where they are. And then see how that affects the scene. We need some quality. We need some quality in here. Okay, those are the main, apparently, those are the main lights. What are these? These are point lights. Okay, so this is going to be the ambient light in the warehouse. Let's make this a little bigger. Okay, so this is the ambient light of the warehouse, and then we have a whole bunch of spotlights. So I might leave these just ambient for now. We're gonna grab all these delicious spotlights. Okay, they are producing hard shadows. So they are making shadows. High fidelity shadows even. Now why are we getting such crummy lighting? Crummy shadows. See, this one says no shadows. I wonder if there's a couple of like hero lights and the rest of them are turned off. Yep, see, this one's on. That is interesting. That is just interesting. Well, we're going to take all those spotlights and we're going to kind of go nuts. Spotlights, spotlights, spotlights. Let's do some hard shadows. Can I multi-edit different shadow? Ah. Boo. Okay, you got hard shadows. You have no shadows. Five through 11. 6 through 11. For now, we're going to keep all these lovely shadows here. Or all these lovely lights. No shadows. Okay, those are the outside lights. Those two. Let's do some organizing. The fun boring part here. Fun boring part. Okay, you are outside. What are you? Spotlight 3. Spotlight 4. Okay, now we are getting indoors. And what are you? Spotlight 21, Spotlight 22. Makes sense, makes sense. So now if we want to, we can turn those all off as a group. And we still have way too many assets. Look at all those. That is ridiculous. Each piece of floor tile almost. I wonder if there's a better way to do that. See, it's the thing. I'm not coming from a trained or professional game developer background. So I don't know. I don't know if this is the way to do this. But thankfully, I'm going to be one of the few users using this. So gives us a little bit of leeway. The tedious part. The tedious part. Okay, now what are these point lights? Are these just for volume? They are. They are just for volume. Warehouse, ambient. So these four are ambient lights. And then it looks like, oh, that one's way over there somewhere. We'll leave him alone for now. And then these two are the office. That's interesting. No shadows. I'll change that to soft shadows right now. And we probably won't leave them in there. But for now we will. For now we will. So one of the fun things we'll be able to do is, now that we have these organized, at least for now, is control them all as a group, because we know what they are, where they are. So for instance, if we want to turn the ambient lights off, or disable them, I should say, we just go like that. Does it make a difference in, it makes a slight difference in here. So they might not actually be that bright. 2.15. Cool thing is, we can do this while we're playing it. So let's do that. Let's shrink this down just a little bit. Oops. We're going to disable that camera. Eesh. Would just be nice to get rid of this fog, though. Okay, do we have a difference in quality? Okay, now you can see on the ground, you can see the overlapping spotlights. And I'll want to edit things like light fall off and all that for the spotlights. Oh, neat, neat. So this puddle is made of a different material. It's slightly reflecting the light. There you go, you get a little glare off of it. That's kind of nice. That's kind of nice. But, oops, we forgot something. We forgot to enable the roof. Okay, theoretically, this is with all the lights off. Oh, except for emissive textures. I wonder how much the emissive textures contribute. So everything that looks like it's lit up right now is not a light, technically. It's kind of problematic, seeing as I want it to be dark in here. I wonder if we could project dark light. I wonder if that's a possibility. As kind of odd as that sounds, is that a possibility? I mean, it'll be, it'd probably be a lot easier if I just looked up a tutorial. Let's see, do these all have... Since we're in play mode, so anything we do here won't affect things. Hmm. I wonder if it's the skybox. The skybox, or is leaking through, or the fog itself is creating a bit of light. I was having this problem in the space station as well. I was having this problem in the space station. Oh, where on earth is my light box for this? Generic sky dome. There we go. Is it FX Sky? Object size in light map has reached the maximum atlas size. So the sky dome is super bright. This will have to be something I look up later on how to better control the lighting, or better, control the complete lighting. Yeah, because this is just a little too bright. The fog. The fog is what really is getting to me. Like, how do I delete this fog? Okay. Okay, tree. Oh, they put the sky dome in the scene with the items. That's a place for it. We're gonna get that out of there. There. FX Sky. What are you? Materials effects. So is this? I think this is cloud material that is emitting light. Nope, that is not it. Oh boy, this will be a thing to look up elsewhere apparently. That'll be a thing to look up elsewhere. For now, let's continue building this out. Okay, so we like the big. Oh, that big tree is a little too big. We like these things in here. I want to have it kind of crash through the ceiling a bit, which we'll have to, I'm sure, custom render or custom create here. I suppose we can remove a few of the billboards. Should we drop in our office to see how it looks? We could do at least a proximity of it. How to go about that? save this and let's go look for it. Let's go look for it. Assets, import package. Where would you be? Interesting. I'm gonna have to go look for this. That's kind of sad. All right, let's do a quick search. Let's do a quick search here. Sorry if I'm not quite as talkative tonight. It's it has been a day. Been an interesting day. Part of that is definitely the kiddos. Got a sick toddler in the house, and he's a little feisty. Just a little feisty. Okay, where on earth did I hide the office? Test office Unity package. I would say that is it. From July. All right. Let's plop that right in here. It should be relatively close to what we usually see in the other project. Let's go here. Unity test office package. Oof, that comes with its own stuff. Okay, yes, all of these lovely things. Oh my goodness. Polygon office. I wonder if that messed with any of the pre-built stuff. Oh gosh. That is coming from a different version of Unity. Gross, gross, gross. No, don't do this to me now. Okay. Well. I guess some of these things we should be doing off stream then. Am I gonna have to rebuild my office from scratch? I mean, we've got it right here. Where's my office? Where is my office? Main office. You. I just want to drop you in. I just want to drop you into the other area. I think part of the problem is that it's either I'm grabbing the wrong file to import, or it's just not quite in the right spot. Like, do I not have my prefab? Hey, hello, raiders. Welcome in, Mystic Wildcraft. Time to bite all your ankles. I was just saying that my little ankle biter has a cold right now and is quite the fussy little creature. So you'll have to compete with them. Welcome in. Let me pop into here. Welcome you all in before I show you what I'm working on. Hello, welcome in, Mystic Wildcraft. Always a delight. Here we are. Here we are in our lovely space environment that is currently working, unlike the other one we're building. Welcome in, welcome in. I am. Oops. Oh, compiling shaders. I am compiling shaders. That's exciting. We're doing this live, folks. We're doing this live. Welcome in. I am Rusty Robot Factory, VTuber, and actual robot. Yes, he is not with us today. He is still he's still a little headless over in the workshop, from the workshop streams. We're popping a couple more holes in his noggin so that we can have working eyebrows on the robot. And when I say on the robot, I mean this guy. Yes, welcome to my my just chatting placeholder with me. A fairly recent photo of the robot, and of course the crowd favorite Winamp in the corner. But yes, we are putting eyebrows on him, so he will have working eyebrows. He will have working eyebrows. Yes. All right, let's go back to the scene. Yeah, it's gonna be nice having the actual eyebrows on them, because it just gives just a little bit more character, emotion. Wait, where's my cursor? I lost my cursor. There we go. Welcome. Oh, welcome to some fun shaders over here. This fun shader is brought to you by wireframe mode. Also, Virtual Boy mode. Hi, if you're new here, I enjoy messing with Unity as I learn the ins and outs and quirks of it. We have wireframes. Oops, and sometimes we even forget our... There we go. Sometimes we even forget our shortcut keys, because I have far too many of them mapped out here on my keyboard. We can do some fun stuff here. We can do first person mode. Yeah, let's go back up just a little bit here. We can do all sorts of fun shenanigans because I really just enjoy experimenting with this. And oh, that's a flashlight. Aha. See, you don't play with something for a hot minute and you forget what your shortcut keys are. We have hands. So what we're doing right now is we are using the VTuber motion capture data and a flashlight. Where's my flashlight? There's my flashlight. We're using my head tracking that I use for my little avatar here to control a camera, which is kind of VR. Kind of VR, and our hand tracking, I'm using a Leap Motion, so these aren't actual VR hand trackers or anything, though I would love to have VR someday. Oh yes, and we have my friend here that I found as an Easter egg hiding in this asset pack that we're running around in. But there we go. So I enjoy messing around with this this whole Unity project, and just kind of learning from scratch, trying to figure things out as I go, whether it's making game stuff, working on my VTuber, my little avatar here, the physical robot, or 3D modeling. Oh, we do 3D modeling as well. Do I have hats? Did I lose my hats? I mean, H should be for hat. Oh, wrong model. Ta-da! I've been doing some modeling on stream over the last year. So we have the VTuber model, almost the same as what's in the corner of the screen, except he's like a version or two out of date. No headset. No cool headset. I still have to add that in. But we do have an old school mecha helmet that I modeled up on stream a long time ago now. I have it slightly rigged. I've got the eye tracking hooked up, and the antenna Instead of having it bounce on like spring bones or something, I actually have it hooked up to my hand tracking. Because why not? Because I haven't figured out how to use spring bones yet. It's on the to-do list. We have this lovely headset from the anime Pat Labor. I can pick up all of the radio stations with this thing. And I have a couple more things that I haven't brought into the environment yet. But what I have been doing is kind of building everything more or less from scratch, except for the environment itself. That is mostly a couple of asset packs, except for the little things I've brought to it here and there. Little things such as he who T-poses over us. All hail, giant Rusty in the sky. Oh yes, and working on camera controls is also a fun thing. Not just for the first person mode, say the first person mode with hands, but in this whole third person controller, zooming in and out, getting some lovely blurry background and other effects going, which I really miss in. Let's pop over to the other project. I really miss in this. So this is a separate project because I don't want to overload my main project with a billion assets. You can see right here. Look at my lovely assets. Yeah, okay. So I've got a whole bunch of asset packs here. And I'm building out my Rusty robot factory. So we're finally building it. I'm going to kit bash as much as possible. Oh, we can zoom in, don't worry. I'm going to kit bash as much as possible and then 3D model whatever I couldn't find or I don't want to go hunting for. Now, nice thing about all these asset packs I have brought into the project is they're all from the same company. They do these low polygon looking assets, and except for this robot stand-in here. He's from the tutorial. But yes, we're starting on the factory, the Rusty Robot Factory. This was a Breaking Bad style, a Breaking Bad style warehouse, complete with paraphernalia that we removed from view. There we go. And now we have a roof. So I'm making my long abandoned factory. So basically I took this warehouse, I'm clearing out a whole bunch of the stuff that I don't want to use. And then I'm going to be adding in a bunch more stuff, such as, rubble, plant life, nature, reclaiming the factory. Fun stuff like that. And one thing that I really miss as I'm playing around in here is all my fun camera controls. I'm trying to zoom in and out right now and do all that fun stuff, but I didn't take all my scripts, all my scripts that I wrote in the other project. I didn't drop them in here yet. Because we're going to do the opposite. We're going to get all this level set up, this scene, and then package it all up into a nice little package with just what we need, and then drop that into my other project. So we're not bringing a billion assets we don't need into it. I keep saying the word asset. What that means here is just anything. Like any object in the world, or script, or whatever. So like, let's zoom in. So that paintbrush is an asset, is an object. The paint can, this light, this whole pile of packages, and I don't need all these. Some of them I'll keep around just as background filler material, but But it's a good starting spot, a good starting point, you know? Gives us something to start off with instead of just a big empty cube. Big empty world to look at, you know? Let's make this a little bigger. One thing I am kind of fighting with is the fog. You know, and some of the built-in lighting. I can't get it dark enough, but that's just something we'll work on. You know, for now it has, again, the roof. The roof isn't on. You know, but it has some nice lights. Apparently a fan. I don't know if that's a fan or an error. I can't tell if that's a ceiling fan or an error. We'll have to look at that later. You know, it's a good starting point. It's a good starting point. I'll have to put some more stuff outside too. Some broken windows. I'll have to 3D model a little bit here. Get some broken windows, some other fun stuff. Fix whatever that flickering light is. But it's a good start. It's a good start. But here's gonna be where my office is. Basically transplanting my current office, plopping it right here. So it'll be my just chatting, my desk and my computer set up. And you look out the window over the factory floor, and there'll be rubble, a tree. It looks pretty cool looking through the window. Yeah. It's a work in progress, but and it'll take me a while. Will not be complete right away. I'm gonna add in some other fun stuff, like some of the stuff I've modeled, like my goofy hats. You know, I'm just gonna hang them on the wall. It's the start of something exciting. But if you gotta run, you gotta run. Want to hang around for a bit? That's cool too. Any questions? I'm more than happy to answer as best as I can. But yeah, no, I've realized that I've been doing this for almost a year now. Not specifically this. This I picked up somewhere in the middle. You know, I am being a rude host here. Which is it? It's this one. There we go. Ta-da! Did that do it? That did it. All right. There we go. Sorry for being a rude host. Yes, go find yourself some food. Go find yourself some food. Yes, I'm going to be working on this probably over the next couple of this type of streams. I've been trying to keep yes. Been trying to keep the behind the scenes and dev type stuff, whether it's my Mecha Modeling Monday, which is where I got my funny hats, or the Unity stuff. I'm gonna try and keep them to Mondays now, I think, and then gaming on Wednesday nights, because I only have a few hours a week to enjoy this fun little hobby here. But okay, so this week, tonight is Monday, right? Yes. So we're doing this tonight. We're playing a game called Dungeon of the Endless on Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Central Time. But then Thursday, we're going to have a little daytime stream. I'm shooting for 10 a.m. It might change. It might not. Who knows? We're shooting for 10 a.m. And it's my streaming anniversary. January 9th, 2024, I started my very first stream. I would post a VOD of it, but the audio is awful. The audio is very crackly and full of scuff. I think I was modeling my VTuber. My VTuber was originally the backup. My VTuber was going to be the backup for the robot. As kind of funny as that switcheroo. So this is the current rendition of the robot where he's at right now. But the VTuber was just going to be when the robot was being fussy or in the shop being worked on. Oh, I hope you can stop by too. That'd be great. No pressure, of course. But yeah. So I don't know. I'm gonna do some kind of little retrospective kind of thing, a looking back to see what I've all done. That'll be fun too. But yeah, I don't really have huge plans for it. Kind of goof off, have fun. All the pressure, absolutely. You must. You must. You must. Hold on. Oh, I can't zoom in any further. I can't zoom in any further, man. You must. You must stop by. All of you. Do I not have a Discord? I do not have my Discord linky thing. So our Discord is set up to, where is my Discord? I'll pull a link for you. Our Discord is set up, I think, where we have to, the link only lasts like a week or something. So I can't add it to a channel command. But there we go. I always find it fun. I noticed this about myself. I always find this fun. You can tell that I'm looking at different monitors. You know, breaking the fourth wall here. You can tell that I'm looking at different monitors. So I was going way over here, opening up Discord on this monitor and pulling the link, then bringing it over here where I have chat hiding. Peek. There we go. And pinned. Pinned forever. There we go. There. So that's a Discord. It was graciously hosted by Dead Sun Prime, another VTuber who does game development, 3D modeling, and other shenanigans. And he's gracious enough to host myself and Fruitsy Collins. We all do the same general kind of thing. Oh, Mr. Wildcraft, I think you'd especially like Fruitsy Collins if you haven't stepped into their stream before. They have a really cool 3D cartoony aesthetic. It's pretty cool. But where was I? I'm running out of brain cells on a Monday night, let me tell you that. But yes, so we have a shared Discord, and very helpful. You're already checking them out? Yeah. Good folk. They're both great. But yeah, we have a shared Discord where we get into all sorts of, not really mischief, but it's a nice community. Nice community. There's some other people who use Unreal in there. Stop by and have fun. Talented folk. A lot of talented folk there. Yeah, just stop by, say hi. I do post some behind the scenes stuff and updates over there at the Discord. And let's see, other places would be Blue Sky, and I don't use the Twitters too much anymore for reasons, but I do at least post my schedule over at Blue Sky. So keeping it a little updated. And I should turn off, as cool as that shader looks, I should turn that off for when I'm not actively using it. It was an experiment to see if I could hide behind objects. To see how we could hide behind objects and, you know, still show the silhouette like you do in some especially RPG games. Like when your character's walking around and they go behind an object, you can still see them. That was the idea for this. But one of the fun things we want to do is definitely Virtual Boy mode. Wait, I forget. Will this work in this? Ah, yes, it does work in first person. So now it is the true Virtual Boy experience. There we go, a little depth of field in there. I could shake my head back and forth real fast and make you all as queasy as the actual Virtual Boy was. I think I'm gonna have to model a Virtual Boy and hang that up on the wall. Let's go write that down on the to-do list. Virtual Boy. We'll have to file the serial numbers off of that one and call it something else, but it will definitely, most likely, be a Virtual Boy. But yes, fun with shaders. That was my first shader I wrote from scratch. or not from scratch, by typing. By typing instead of using the lovely new tools that they provide for us. So, but how? Oh, I wonder. Oops. Hard drive just decided to spin up for some reason. Okay, I wonder if I can take an object and bring it into a different version of Unity. Or a different Unity project. Let's find out. No. The answer is no. Oh, well. Oh, it looks like we have a ad break incoming, so I should have some kind of built-in. You should see what like Stream Elements or whatnot has for built-in ad warnings. I've seen some people use them, where it's kind enough to warn everybody. It's like, oh yeah, incoming ad, but also to warn me to maybe take a break myself. Have a little bit of water. There we go. Okay, now we're gonna turn the roof back on so it shows up when we press play. We'll worry about bringing our office in later. And we need to go look up some references, some reference material for destroyed. I make a note for that. Make a note. Let's see, urban exploring pictures. Photos. There we go. Yeah, I've had the Rusty Robot Factory idea. Not necessarily for VTubing a robot, of course, because this is long planned idea. It's kind of broken down factory. I had this idea for a long time. I've wanted to 3D model it and just never got around to it for years and years now. So it's kind of exciting that not only am I going to model it, like personally exciting, that's a goal, right? Kind of exciting, not only am I going to make it, but it's going to be in a game engine. So I can walk around. Yeah. That's one of the fun things about this goofy little project is just playing around, just having fun with it. Yep, just playing around, just having fun with it, seeing what I can build, and entertaining myself and hopefully others. Hopefully you find fun there. They're here, stumbled in on me, came over at the raid, however you got here. What is... It's random toys. Yeah, I definitely need to clean up some of these assets. Oops. I found it. I found the mystical floating stack of cash and gum? Stick of gum, maybe? A note? Should leave some of these in here just as Easter eggs. Little Easter eggs for myself. For those who know, those who were there from the start. Okay, but right now we definitely have too many things laying around. But we don't. Okay, that is one of the interesting things I've noticed. Okay. So I removed tons of stuff from this this demo because that's what it started off as. Synty Studios love their asset packs. It's got this look that I really dig. My suit is tailored by Synty. It came with some poor fella who he lost his head. I have an alternate outfit that I never use because I had intended to play some Stardew because I do love me some Stardew. I intended to play Stardew on stream, so I have a farmer outfit ready to go. This is, of course, from the farming pack. This fella also lost his head, though I should have kept his big bushy beard. I think I would have looked. I think I would have looked rather fetching with a beard. And also, for some reason, he must have been shorter because my head floats just a little higher. There we go. But yes, I really dig this look, and so I'm going to be keeping, for the most part, keeping, the same style in at least this level. I mean, I've thought about quote unquote warping to different worlds, and having a more like realistic style. Ooh, a couple weeks ago on stream, I went through the new Unity 6 demo. We're not using Unity 6 here, but I did bring my current project into Unity 6. Oh, in fact, it says so in the corner. Look at that. And huge increases in like frame rate and stuff. So we're not revving up the GPU as much as we used to with my unoptimized setup here. But no, I went through the unit. There was tangents. I went through the Unity 6 demo, and it's just like, ooh, this looks very nice. So I will probably be stealing a few of their ideas or shaders or something from the demo, because with the tech demo, they always put the nice stuff out there, right? They want to show off just how great it can look. So there's one effect in particular that is like you're getting too close to the old TV screen, and it turns into like the little, not pixels, because a tube TV or monitor. I definitely want to steal that. I don't know where I'm going to use it, but it's too cool to pass up. And because we're making all this stuff, custom made anyways for ourselves, why not? Why not? Buckets and buckets and buckets. All right. I was going to take out the forklift, but I think we might actually rig it up so I can drive it around. I want the yellow one though, because I grew up with the yellow forklift. So we're going to stick with the yellow. Oh, what was it? I'm trying to remember the brand. I was sadly not forklift certified. For legal reasons, I was absolutely forklift certified. Totally wasn't driving one at a young age in a business environment. No. It did look a lot like this though, which I assume is a fairly standard forklift. One of the asset packs I'm missing, because I think all of these packs were in humble bundles. They actually had one up very recently. I don't know if it was just Synty, like all Synty stuff, or if it was a mix of different companies with their assets. Well, it looks like they don't have one up here anymore. They do. There is a huge, in fact, it says it's ultimate bundle. Let's see. Can I hide this without... without showing whatever's on the top of the screen. There we go. Ta-da! Oh yeah, tons and tons and tons of stuff. So, like, for instance, here's a Humble Bundle is a company. It's been around for a while now. And they have different asset packs, or different bundles, with a portion of the proceeds going to charity. And you can get, they have games or books. In this case, it's software. So here is a whole bunch of Unreal assets. This one's pretty cool. Foliage. Except this is for Unreal only. So if you use Unreal or want to experiment with it, here you go. You can get some beautiful foliage. I'll have to make my own. I think some of this stuff was also for Unity, so I could possibly use it. But yeah, it's a good way to pick up large amounts of assets for not an expensive amount. Oh, that is pretty cool looking. See, look at this. You can have a whole nice looking, fairly realistic, at least this size, fairly realistic classroom, 90s classroom. I hope there's a Lisa Frank binder sitting on there. Trapper Keeper sitting on here. His glorious pastel neon colors. I thought some of these were for Unity, but maybe there's a different pack. Lots of cool stuff to start off with. Anyways, I love me some humble bundle, and that's where I picked up some of these different asset packs. So like my office, the sci-fi space, which I'm using in my main project. Where are we? There we are. Town, war. But what we're gonna do here, we need some, let's get adding some more stuff in. Rubble. What do we got for rubble? All sorts of rubble. We have whole houses of rubble. Oh, wow. I don't think I need a whole house. Though I did check this one out before. Oh, there it is. I have my preview window hidden. See, this I don't know if it's might be too small for y'all to see, but can I zoom in and out? Nope. Oh well. See, this might be good if I want to add in like an office area for this whole thing. I might just do that anyways. Let's see, what do we got? We got nice townhouse. Extra destroyed townhouse. Okay, you are going to go in here just because I want to see what it looks like. And look. Let's snap you right to the grid here. Bam. And one of the awesome things about what we're doing, and that our computer can handle it, that's a definite plus here. Boom, we're running. My last computer, definitely not. Oops. There is no ground there. There's a truck in the way. We're gonna hide said truck for now. Where are you, truck? There we go. Sorry, Truck Coon. You're not isekaiing anyone today. Alright. Now where were we? I really miss my camera controls. I might have to import my own scripts and stuff into here for poking about. You know, throw in a couple lights. This might, couple lights, ceiling. There might be a second story, maybe not. This little area might make a decent office. Well, I don't know what office would have a fireplace, but yeah. Might have to add in some floor colliders there for the rubble. There we go, a nice collapsed ceiling. Throwing a bunch more plants in here for nature to reclaim everything. I think that turned out quite nice. Ooh. This building I did not remove because I kind of liked the idea of it. Because I might connect these two warehouses into one part of the factory. So I like this whole lower level look. The chemistry, not so much, but maybe this will have a tunnel to the other area. See, I'm brainstorming some more of the level designy stuff. I can't think of any games off the top of my head that I could use as reference, where I could heavily inspire myself from that without getting into nothing I can just pop in and out of. What would have good near current post-apocalyptic-y, but not super post-apocalyptic, you know? Not Fallout style. That's a little too far in the future. If anyone has ideas, that'd be cool too. I'm definitely open to ideas. Probably Last of Us. Last of Us might have, well, it might. Definitely has some good destroyed buildings and such. Oh, the loading dock. I can float in the loading dock. Look at that. Oh no, and my character can't crouch, so I think I'm hitting the this demo character can't crouch. Ooh, and that is some awful lighting quality or shadow quality. Ew. We will fix that too. See, I upped it in here a little bit, although still not great. Why is that? I wonder if we're hitting a maximum. So it's downgrading. Unity might be automatically downgrading the lighting based on the project settings. Because I just went with defaults for this because this is my, what is this called? Asset dump? No, asset library. That's what it was. Asset dump sounded a little rude. But yeah, this is my asset library project where I have way too many things in here. That would just clutter up a backup file. And it may not seem like much, size-wise. I think it's only about like 9 gigabytes is this whole project. I think it's only about 9 gigabytes. But when you consider that they're all low polygon assets, yeah, that takes up a lot. But no, this is gonna look great with a whole bunch of nature in here. Whole bunch of nature. What I should do, long-term plans. Long-term plans. Once I get the base done for this, and how it's spaced out just how I want it, I should have different time periods. Like the factory when it was in operation, or the post-apocalyptic, or like a solar punk or something. No, solar punk. No, that wouldn't be post-apocalyptic then. That would just be an idealized version. But I'm thinking like post, like Horizon Zero Dawn. That is just a gorgeous game. Highly recommended too, by the way. I mean, it's got robots in it. It's got robot dinosaurs in it. How can you go wrong? How can you go wrong with robot dinosaurs? Although, I didn't get too far into the second one yet. I had side quest fatigue. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of free time these days with 2 tiny robots in the house. But looking forward to getting some of that free time back. So the streaming time, sorry, I'm holding a ballpoint pen if that's what's clicking here. So, I'm looking forward as they get a little bit bigger and I get a little bit more sleeping through the night time back, a little more brain power. Looking forward to a little bit more free time to do this crazy crazy online stuff. Because it's a heck of a lot of fun for me. And sometimes I actually accomplish things. I mean, I put a tree in here today. I did a little bit more than that, but I'm just, yeah. Making notes. Different time periods of the factory. But yeah, we gotta get some factory stuff in here so it's not just a warehouse. But man, some robot dinosaurs running through here? That'd be pretty cool. Okay, let's place a few more objects in here, and then we'll probably have to call it a night. Oh, and I will organize this mess behind me off stream. Dang, like everything. What is this? That is just sitting here, and it's right there. Packet stack. Yeah, I would remove just tons of stuff, but I do not want, I don't want to start with that empty box again. You know, because then we have the empty box problem where... Interesting. Then we start with the empty box problem where it's like when you got your sketchbook, right? Think of it like you got your sketchbook and you're staring at the blank page. You're like, oh, I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna draw, this is gonna be great. And you're staring at that blank page. You're just like, what should I draw today? And then you sit there for, you know, a length of time, just trying to think of what you want to be doing, instead of doing the thing you want to do. That's always a bit of a bummer. Fuck it. Ducting. We need more ducting. This place needs tons of ducting. Do we have ducting? We do have... Oh, we don't want to be in that... Oh, that's some cool ducting. We don't want to be in that asset pack, though. Oh, that's cool. You can sort it by asset pack. Ooh. They may not have robot dinosaurs, but... we got zombies. And these would be fully rigged, too. Could use them as characters or enemies. Nice. Oh, look it! They got ketchup on their scissors. It's always a shame when you get so much ketchup on your scissors. I'm just gonna place that right there. Maybe we won't use so much of the zombie pack at this time. What else do we have? Oh yeah, we gotta wrap this up in another couple minutes. So much stuff. So much fun stuff. You know, I don't think I went through the town pack because it is a huge environment. You could actually like rig up a vehicle and drive around. Oh, you know what other asset pack I would love to have, but I have not seen in a bundle yet? The post-apocalyptic pack. It is it's one of their newer ones, and it is pretty awesome. And it would really go really good for the busted factory look. Where are you? Well, there's Apocalypse Wasteland, which is very Mad Max. Very much Mad Max. Ooh, and they have a cyberpunk city. I mean, sci-fi cyber city, not cyberpunk. It's in here somewhere. Oh well. Yeah, they have a whole bunch of different genres: fantasy, sci-fi, some different periods in history. Oh, the Apocalypse Wasteland one is $380. Now, granted, it's like everything you need to make a game, or at least the environment for a game. I mean, oh, cool, right? This is like, your Mad Max, Borderlands, whatever. I mean, bam. Rusty buildings, fun, funky armor, your obligatory barrel on fire. Good stuff. Good stuff. There we go. Love their stuff. Love their stuff. But we're going for slightly different look. Not quite Mad Max, I guess. There we go. We can add in some nice quality safe items like saw blades. Football. Which one's the football though? You know what? Drill might come in handy. See, this is what I meant by kit bashing too. Though it's not true kit bashing. I would be combining objects into objects, I think. That's usually what I think of when I think of kit bashing. Like I'd be taking, like that saw blade and putting it on Rusty's arm. Using it for something it's not necessarily intended to. Why doesn't this warehouse have more tools? It's funny that I'm getting more tools out of the. I'm getting more tools out of the town pack than the actual warehouse. Look at that. 5 different things of toilet paper. Resourceful. Very resourceful. And lots of mouthwash. All right. Okay. I think this is a good place to stop. We brought some tools into the warehouse too. Of course, it put them in the wrong. Playground must be my default project or default scene here. On the list of things to fix. On the list of things to fix. Oh boy. Get up there. Get up there. There. We will sort these things later. Oh, did we lose internet? No? We still got internet? Okay, we still got internet. For some reason, my my touch portal, my quick access buttons thing just died. So, on that note, we're closing in at the 2-hour mark anyways. All right, let's go. Let's chit chat and we'll find somebody to raid. But anyways, yes, so I should probably keep talking while I'm doing this part here. We will be streaming again on Wednesday. Wednesday. We will be streaming again. I'll be playing a game, Dungeon of the Endless. It's a cool, I think, cool anyways. It's a fun tower defense, roguelike exploration adventure. It kind of fits in a couple different genres. And it has a really neat pixel aesthetic to it. I think the VOD is still up from last Wednesday. Should be, if you want to pop in and check that out. Otherwise, so we'll be doing that and probably lots of yapping. on Wednesday, 8 p.m. Central. And then on Thursday for my streamiversary, a whole year already, 10 a.m. I don't usually do daytime streams or more than twice a week, but special occasion, why not? We are going to drop in on Oh, and we got an ad starting. We're gonna snooze this ad. Let's go find somebody. I gotta click on some things here. Don't make me open a new tab. There we go. Bum, 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 bum. I picked an odd time of night, I think, for some of the people that I normally drop in. All right, let's go see what another developer type is looking into. We are going to drop in on Mega Mocap VR. They do some cool stuff in Unreal relating to VR, hence the that part of their name. And yeah, it looks like he's doing a bunch of blueprinting stuff right now. So it'll probably be like a code or tech heavy, but I like dropping in on him and saying hi. Interesting stuff. So we're gonna use the dinosaur emotes unless you want to pick one of mine. Rusty Raid. Oops. Make sure I've copied this so I can use it too. Come on, copy paste. There we go. All right. Thank you for the stream. Well, thanks for stopping by. Hope to see y'all again here. If not, I'll probably see you over in a Mystic Wildcraft stream. Stopping there when I can. Oh, it's always tough when you're streaming at the same time. You know, it's like, man, it's like, oh, this is my time I'm gonna stream, but I would love to pop over there and say hi. Maybe lurk on the other monitor or something. All right, thanks everybody for stopping by. Have a good night. Oh, Maple! Speaking of someone who I don't always get to see their streams. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll catch you later. All right.